If you browse the web on a shared computer, such as a home computer or one at a kiosk or internet cafe, you might want to keep your browsing history to yourself. In other words, keep it private. Well, in private browsing in Internet Explorer 8 allows you to browse in private by preventing the storage of certain data on the computer you're using, like cookies, browsing history, temporary files, any passwords you type in or addresses you enter, even form data and queries. Now, to start an in-private browsing session, it's quite simple. With Internet Explorer open, go to the toolbar, click Safety, and choose In Private Browsing. There's a keyboard shortcut as well, Control-Shift-P. Either way, you're going to open a brand new window, a brand new session. You'll see the In Private logo in the top left corner of the address bar. And down below, you'll see a little bit of information about In Private Browsing. But basically, you're ready to start browsing the internet, knowing that there will be no record kept of your visits. So let's go to the home button, for example, to go to the home site. No cookies, no internet files, no browsing histories being tracked at this point. I can go to other sites, other links, for example, knowing that none of this is being tracked. When you're done with an in-private browsing session, you simply go to the top right corner to close the window. When you close the window, in-private browsing is then turned off. But it's safe and you can rest assured that there's no record of your visits during that in-private browsing session. That takes care of what gets stored on your computer, the one you're using. But what about the content on that computer that can be shared with third parties when you access their sites? Information about your visit to a site could be sent to content providers. Now, that can be helpful at times, for example, speeding up search results and that kind of thing. But it could also be an invasion of your privacy as well. So for that, Internet Explorer 8 has in-private filtering. We access it the same way, click Safety, and choose in-private filtering. There is a keyboard shortcut for that one as well, Control-Shift-F, as in filtering. That simply turns it on. Now there are content providers that won't be getting information about your visit to the various sites. As we move around, none of that data is being shared. So exactly what is being blocked and what's being allowed, to really understand that, you can go back to Safety and choose In Private Filtering Settings. Now this will allow you to see a list of content providers, their statuses, and the content as well. When I turn this on, you'll notice that Choose Content to Block or Allow is selected by default. Or I could choose Automatically Block. Everything's going to be blocked except for the ones that I chose to allow. You can see there's a couple here on my list. If you haven't done anything with this, they're all blocked. But if there are certain ones you want to allow and others you want to block, you can go in there, select them, choose Allow or choose Block. Anything that's undecided will show the default in brackets if you turn this on. So this is going to be allowed. If you want it blocked, you must select it and choose Blocked. Now that becomes the default. When you go back to Automatically Block or when you go back to Choose Content to Block or Allow, it will stay blocked. That's how you go about choosing what's going to be blocked, what's going to be allowed. When you click OK, you're still working with in-private filtering until you turn it off. You turn it off the same way you turned it on. You can use the keyboard shortcut or click Safety and choose in-private filtering to turn it off. So when you want to browse privately, remember in-private browsing and in-private filtering, both new to Internet Explorer 8.